So just after Six Flags announced that they're looking to acquire new parks, we thought that that was the greatest announcement that could possibly have been made. And then Cedar Fair comes along and they announced that they're going to be adding 4 new coasters in their chain for 2018. Like, holy moly, I'm not sure which announcement is a bigger deal. I can't remember the last time Cedar Fair did 4 coasters in 1 year. If anyone knows, please tell me, because I don't remember. As far as I can think of, the most they've done is like maybe 2 or 3. And recently, it's just been 1 coaster in the entire chain for that year. So 4 in 1 year, like we knew there was going to be at least 2 with RMC, Mean Streak, and Hurler. But holy crap, there are going to be 2 more? Let's talk about this. This was at Cedar Fair's quarterly earnings call. And Matt Ouimet, Cedar Fair CEO, said that they have started working on multiple high-impact attractions for the 2018 season. They'll be doing 2 transformations of historical wooden roller coasters, so aka RMC Mean Streak and Hurler, we already knew that. They will be doing a completely new type of coaster, holy crap, okay, but we're going to get back to that. And then a renewed relationship with a manufacturer who we have worked with in recent history, and they'll be adding another coaster that will deepen their pool of ride manufacturers. That's a lot to take in. So we're looking at 4 new coasters, and the other 2 are going to be big deals. Like, first of all, this is Cedar Fair's first time working with RMC. So, like, even if Cedar Fair just did those 2 hybrid coasters, that'd already be a pretty big year. But the fact that we're going to be seeing a completely new type of coaster in Cedar Fair for 2018, holy crap, what could that possibly be? My only guess is that one of the 2 new coasters will be going to Knott's Berry Farm. I think that makes total sense. If we're going to be seeing 4 new coasters, one of them is going to go to Knott's because they're tearing down Boomerang, and they're already making very quick progress with that. So as soon as that coaster comes down, they're going to start prepping the land, and we're going to see some type of coaster there. So it's either going to be a completely new type of coaster, or one from a manufacturer that they've worked with recently. So what manufacturers has Cedar Fair worked with recently? The ones that stand out to me are B&M, GCI, and also Mack Rides, because Mack did Coast Rider at Knott's Berry Farm. Now, it's kind of tough to say because they say recent history, so that could mean like within the past 2 years, or that could mean 5 years. We don't really know. But I'm hesitant that they're talking about GCI because they are adding Mystic Timbers this year. And the word history kind of implies a bit back, kind of not present. So I'm thinking they're not talking about GCI. The last B&M that they added was Valraven in 2016, so I think that that would make sense. And then outside of those, you have Mack. And actually, seeing another Mack coaster in the chain would be great, especially something large. We know Silver Dollar City has probably been getting a Mack coaster that's kind of like a big deal, but seeing one of those go to the Cedar Fair chain would be pretty neat. So that means Knott's is probably either going to be getting a B&M, maybe a Mack coaster, or a completely new type of coaster. If I had to guess, I would say that they're going to get the completely new type of coaster. And keep in mind, that new type of coaster could be from B&M, Mack, or GCI. Probably not GCI, but maybe B&M is working on something that's like a big deal, and the same goes for Mack. When I think of new types of coasters, a few come to mind. The first is that RMC is developing the single rail technology with their Raptor and T-Rex coasters. It looks like RMC will be adding a Raptor coaster in 2018 somewhere, but that will be going to a small park. That is not going to Knott's Berry Farm, no way. These things are designed for small parks. Knott's Berry Farm is too big. This place has high attendance, and it doesn't look like they're going to be adding a T-Rex in 2018, so I think we can toss RMC out, especially since we're already getting 2 RMCs in the chain. I don't think that those 2 other coasters, either one of them are going to be RMCs. So let's disregard that. The only other manufacturer I can think of that is developing something new is S&S. Remember those concepts that were released a while back? Some of those were brand new. I could see something like that going to a Cedar Fair park. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know what it could be, but remember, whatever's going to Knott's will have to fit within a pretty tight footprint, which S&S is known for doing kind of compact coasters, so that could be a possibility. Or maybe Mack is doing something kind of along those lines to compete with S&S. But I think one thing everyone else is talking about is where could that 4th coaster be going? Because we know King's Dominion's getting a new coaster, Cedar Point's getting a new coaster, and I'm like 95% sure that one of those is going to Knott's Berry Farm. So that leaves the 4th one. Where is that going? And I think we have a few possibilities here. The first one that jumps to mind is California's Great America, because they have that huge master plan. We know they're going to begin a hyper coaster at some point, but something's telling me that even though their next coaster probably will be that hyper, I don't think they'll be 2018. I'm thinking that's going to be 2019. So I think 2018 is probably going to be like a water park based year. So let's assume for the moment that it's not California's Great America. The other options we probably have here are Worlds of Fun, Dorney Park, maybe Valley Fair, or it could be Canada's Wonderland. The thing with Canada's Wonderland is that they're often looked at as the prototype Cedar Fair Park, so when the CEO says that they're going to be adding a completely new type of coaster, that could be very well going to Canada's Wonderland as like a test. Remember, they still have the old Skyrider plot that's available, so I could see that completely new type of coaster going to Canada's Wonderland. And they haven't added a new coaster since Wonder Mountain's Guardian, and that was 2013, so 2018 will have been 5 years. So I think that is a very good possibility. I think if a new coaster were going to Dorney in 2018, we will have started seeing some signs, maybe some like rumors kind of going around. But there's nothing really there, so I'm thinking it won't be Dorney. Worlds of Fun, I think that this is a possibility because I think they just got their huge front entrance revamp. It looks like Cedar Fair might be ready to start putting some money there, and they have tons of space. So I think 2018 could be Worlds of Fun's year. If not, then they might be 2019 or something. But one thought came up, and that is, what if one of their 4 new coasters that they're talking about is Knott's Boomerang? Because, of course, a lot of us are saying, well, are they just going to be removing this boomerang, or are they going to send it somewhere? And I talked about this in a whole nother video, and I'm pretty sure they're going to send it to another park. Is that used boomerang included when they talk about 4 new coasters? If it is, then it would have to be what they're talking about with a renewed relationship with a manufacturer that we've worked with in recent history, and that doesn't sound like Vekoma. That's the thing. So it's making me think that if they are sending Knott's Boomerang somewhere, that's not one of the 4 new coasters. So technically, if it is including the Boomerang, that's 5 new coasters if you count it as a new coaster. Which, remember, if it's going anywhere, it's probably Michigan's Adventure. Maybe Valley Fair, but probably Michigan's Adventure. So that's really all I have to say about that part of the earning call. That's kind of the big news. The rest that was really talked about is that they've stated that planning on the future for California's Great America continues almost daily. They're finalizing their long-term plan. And Matt Ouimet pointed out that survey markers are already in the ground for something in 2018. Now, I haven't seen any pictures of survey markers, but the fact that he said that sounds like whatever's coming in 2018 to California's Great America is something large. So that kind of makes me think that maybe that hypercoaster is coming in 2018 to that park. I'm thinking probably not, but remember they are adding like some sort of impulse coaster. So maybe when they talk about a renewed relationship with a manufacturer, that could be Intamin and they'd be sending a coaster there. And that's one of the 4 coasters. Which if that's the case, then I think it'd be interesting that both California Cedar Fair parks would be getting a coaster in the same year. That's kind of why I'm on the fence about California's Great America getting a coaster 2018. I'm thinking that it'll probably be 2019 that their next coaster is. In terms of adding new parks, Cedar Fair does not see themselves going in that direction. So Six Flags is going to go there, Cedar Fair will not. And the last thing that Cedar Fair talked about is that they are in the final stage of planning a couple of developments with third-party hotel chains to go near amusement parks. So think of how Knott's Berry Farm has that hotel right there. Cedar Point, of course, has a hotel. So what that might be saying is that some of these parks could get hotels nearby, like Cedar Fair sponsored hotels. They did say third party, so I'm not sure if that's going to mean like an official hotel for the park, which if that's the case, I think that Carowinds is a big option there. I could see California's Great America eventually being one of those options, but I think we'll just have to wait and see. But that's really all we learned about the first quarterly earnings call. I think their future is looking very promising. Between what Six Flags is doing and Cedar Fair is doing, 2018 is going to be an awesome year for the amusement industry. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see what they have up their sleeves. So let me know about what you think of all of this in the comment section below. Post all your thoughts about this. And of course, stay tuned for more videos here at Coaster Studios. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing, and I'll catch you guys later.